Are you a pro wrestling fan? Then odds are at some point in your life, you were a backyard wrestler. In this new series, I'm going to take you through how we came from this to this. It's a long story, covering nearly 2 decades. But if you're a nostalgic person missing the backyard days of yesteryear and a simpler time of the 90s and early 2000s, this is the story for you. This is Backyard Wrestling Cinema. Welcome to Backyard Wrestling Cinema Season 5, Episode 14. Last week I realized my plan to main event our first ever live show was not a good idea. We only had 2 weeks until the live show, so the plan was to do 2 shows the day after the live show, one that would air before the show and one that would air the following week. That, coupled with this week and the following week, would give us 5 total weeks of TV once we split up the live show into 2 different episodes. And that was to cover the time that we would be off TV during all of this, since we still did not have a place to wrestle at this time. We were getting kicked out of our current location. Tommy Thunder was getting ready to join the Navy. Mr. Benjamin's was moving to Florida. TLD, Bobby Bowe, and a couple others were going away to college. First up, the Old School Alliance came out as Christian Greed battles Bobby Bowe. Bobby Bowe had stolen the bird, Christian Greed's cane and companion. At the time, we were doing an angle where Rico DMF, who accompanied Bobby Bowe out there, was doing an alter ego split personality thing where he would turn into Criminal Cage, and the two didn't know one another. It's like that Jim Carrey movie, Me, Myself, and Irene, where one didn't know about the other. In the end, Christian Greed gets the win.
To the point where he isn't Rico no more. And he's going for it. I got you. Wait a minute. What's that? Oh, it's not working. Greed just tossed him away. Oh! He knocked him out. What's that? Whatever that is. The flat jump.
Backstage, Christian Greed comes up to TJ Money telling him he won his match, and he reminds him that he gets his bird on a pole match to get his bird back at the live show, and he'll be taking on Rico DMF.
What the heck is that?
It's a trophy, damn it. Come on.
Trophy for what?
It's a trophy. It's for being good.
Well, how come I don't have one?
Because you're not good.
You see what I did out there? I won my match, which means, by the way...
He also shows TJ Money the public access ratings, and this was to continually build resentment between TJ Money and Christian Greed. Rico DMF takes on Homeboy Joe Slice for his United States title. And this will be the last time we would have one of our most reliable TV matches between Rico and Homeboy. These guys were just... It seemed like a match we did every other week, and it's because they always delivered and always brought something new.
Joe D. Oh, don't mess with him. Breaking it up. Homeboy with a little shove. Get your hand. Oh! He wants to be tagged in, but it's not a tag match. And now he's using the ropes. Oh, he's got the sharpshooter. Tommy Thunder running over. Take a lot out of you, and it just looks like... Oh! What did you do? Oh! 6 different words at the same time, and his stomach is going up for him. Boy, got him up for the power. No! Oh, looks like the old school edge. Oh! Oh, Rico Ness. Oh, it ain't Rico no more, people. Rico DMF has left the building and Criminal Cage has entered. Now...
During this match, Rico turned into his split personality, Criminal Cage. Joe D of Misery is the referee, and he'll be taking on Homeboy for that U.S. title at the live show.
Come on. Oh!
In the end, he ends up attacking Homeboy Joe Slice, and Criminal Cage leaves, and this one turns into a non-finish.
Missed the drop kick. No! He moved. Oh! God! Joe D. Whoa! What's going on here? How about Joe D pounding away? He pushed. Criminal's out of there. Cage is gone. He's unbound. I don't know the only thing. Just watch it. Oh.
As I said earlier, Homeboy vs. Joe D at the live show was announced. The High Rollers are in a tag team title tournament semi-final match, and they came out doing this American theme. It was TJ Money just doing a play wrestler thing. He came out to Hulk Hogan's music. The idea that this was going to air over 4th of July weekend. They take on the team of Cobain and Just in Time. The High Rollers get the win.
America, just no rules. Oh my God! 20! Oh my God! Looks like it's high. I think we're going to see another one. They're setting up for it. Oh my God! Oh my God! Let's just get them both. 2, 3.
Afterwards, Mr. Benjamin's rips up a box of mac and cheese, and that will be their opponent next week. It'll be the High Rollers versus the team of Mac and Cheese for the B4W tag team titles. However, that won't be filmed until after the live show. Tommy Thunder takes on LA Vin. LA Vin and TLD had been mocking Mac and Cheese, and this was to give us a short program after Tommy Thunder left. The idea was that Mac and Cheese would win the tag titles, and it would end up being myself and Homeboy Joe Slice or Christian Greed feuding with LA Vin and TLD. In the end, Tommy Thunder gets the win.
Juice box has been popped, and now it's elementary here, folks. Lightning bolt! Wedgifying the undies. 1, 2, 3, and your winner!
The world champion, Mr. Benjamins, reaches out to TJ Money backstage, saying he hasn't been challenged enough, and he wants the 3 biggest guys in B4W. Mr. Benjamins takes on the Masters of Disasters with Joe D of Misery. During a certain point in the match, he pays off the Beast, but quickly rolls him up to get the win. He hits Hellspawn with the world title in order to eliminate him.
Command out the belt! Oh! He cold cocked him. He cold cocked him good. With that world title. 1, 2, 3.
And he uses his finisher on Joe D of Misery to win the match.
There.
Oh, he's going for it. That was over Patterson.
I thought you get...
Lock it
No! The finisher has been nailed!
Exclamation.
NASDAQ has rise.
1.
And the stocks are going up. 3.
Afterwards, I try to steal my belt back. He can't hit me. We have this clause where I'm allowed to touch him, but he can't touch me. You know those legal loopholes, how they work out. So since he can't hit me, Mary Jane does, and they leave me embarrassed and laying down on the ground. Afterwards, there was a giant pool party at Mr. Benjamin's house, and the idea of the pool party was Benjamin's was so well liked amongst everybody in B4W, including my own friends. Tommy Thunder was at the pool party, and everybody that I got along with was there just as much as all the good guys on the show. He was truly the people's champion, and I keep trying to sneak my way into the party, but each time I get caught. It was such a fun time, and of all the stuff we did in our couple years on TV, when I look back, it's always at this period. Every once in a while on a summer day, the temperature is just right, and it feels exactly how it did back then. We literally could not have done anything to improve our lives for what it was back then. We were having the time of our lives. However, the large black cloud was still hanging over our heads. We knew that we were about to lose half a dozen of our roster members. We knew that we had nowhere to wrestle, but we still were looking forward to our first ever live show, the biggest show of our lives, even though after that we knew we had no home. We'll talk about it all as we are 1 week away from the live show, right here next week on Backyard Wrestling Cinema.
Okay, taking over on Kobe. Huge up top. Power bombs. Jay going for? My God, he's got on there for a long time. Oh, jackhammer. The juice box has been popped. Oh, yeah. He's called for the lightning bolt. Oh, right hand by Denver. This is the end of the gauntlet, folks. Go for the powerbomb. The sit out.